From the shadows of cutthroat business tactics to the whispers of alleged ties to the occult, the true story of John D. Rockefeller is a web of power, greed, and secrecy. A man who amassed unprecedented wealth and influence, but at what cost? Explore the hidden history of America's most enigmatic billionaire, where truth and myth blur. In the late 19th century, a man rose to power, John Davison Rockefeller, a name synonymous with wealth and industry. From humble beginnings to dominating the oil industry, Rockefeller's innovative strategies and ruthless tactics propelled him to become one of the wealthiest men in history. John D. Rockefeller was born in 1839 in Richford, New York, to William and Eliza Rockefeller. He was the first of 6 children. His father was a con artist and jack of all trades. Despite his father's absence and neglect, John's mother, Eliza, raised him with strong religious values and work ethics. At just age 10, John showed his entrepreneurial spirit by following a wild turkey and stealing its eggs. He raised the eggs, sold the turkeys, and kept a few to lay more eggs. This clever venture helped John contribute to his family's finances. When John's father abandoned the family, John became the head and breadwinner at just 16. He had to drop out of school 2 months before graduation to support his 4 siblings and pregnant mother. After several rejections because of his young age, John was hired as a bookkeeping assistant at the age of 16. He considered September 26th, the day he started the position and entered the business world. By the age of 20, with $1,000 saved up, he formed a partnership with Maurice Clark in 1859. In 1870, Rockefeller founded Standard Oil, along with his brother William, Samuel Andrews, Henry Flagler, and Stephen Harkness. Andrews had discovered that applying sulfuric acid to crude oil would purify it and turn it into kerosene, which burned brighter and lasted longer than crude oil. Rockefeller's wealth soared as kerosene and gasoline grew in importance. Oil was used in lamps and as a fuel for ships and automobiles. His strategic partnerships and innovative techniques helped him expand his operations, building a vast network of refineries, pipelines, and storage facilities. He continued to invest in new technologies, including the first long-distance pipeline, revolutionizing the transportation of oil. In 1872, Rockefeller, alongside Tom Scott, formed the South Improvement Company, a secret alliance with major railroads to control the oil industry. The SIC sparked accusations of monopolistic practices and price fixing, causing widespread outrage and riots among independent oil producers and refiners. Rockefeller used the backlash to his advantage, offering to buy out struggling competitors at low prices and acquiring 22 out of 26 refineries in what became known as the Cleveland Massacre. He offered the owners a choice during the buyout: sign a contract agreeing never to re-enter the oil industry again, or come work for Standard Oil. Most agreed to work for him, and Rockefeller had the brightest minds in the industry working for him. During the Greenback era's 6-year inflationary period, Rockefeller saw an opportunity to expand his business. He began buying refineries and oil-producing assets at discounted prices, often using his own capital or borrowing from the bank. As inflation continued, Rockefeller's purchases seemed risky to most, but he believed the oil industry would eventually stabilize and become profitable again. His gamble paid off when inflation subsided and oil prices dropped. His assets and refineries became incredibly valuable, solidifying Standard Oil's dominance in the oil industry and earning Rockefeller the King of Oil title. In 1877, Tom Scott, president of the Pennsylvania Railroad, formed the Empire Transportation Company, aiming to venture into the oil industry by controlling transportation. Rockefeller saw Scott's move as a threat to his business and decided to take action. First, he canceled all his business with Pennsylvania railroads and redirected it elsewhere. Then, he lowered the price of Standard Oil kerosene, forcing competitors to do the same, resulting in a decrease in their profit margins. This led to a devastating decline in shipment orders on Pennsylvania railroads, further weakening their position. Rockefeller formed an alliance with other railroad companies, such as Erie Railroads and New York Central, to lower their shipping rates, thus taking away even more business from Pennsylvania railroads. The strategies worked, and Pennsylvania railroads began to decline. They were forced to lay off hundreds of workers and impose a 20% pay cut on the remaining workers. Other railroad companies were affected by Rockefeller's attack on Pennsylvania railroads, leading to more layoffs. This led to one of the biggest labor strikes in American history, with violent protests breaking out and dozens of people dying in the chaos. Many Pennsylvania railroads, buildings, and transportation were torched, leaving nothing but ashes. In the end, Pennsylvania railroads lost the battle to Standard Oil. John saw an opportunity to make a deal. He offered Scott 47% of Standard Oil's shipments in exchange for competitors' shipment info and a large secret rebate on Pennsylvania's official rate. The deal was signed, and Rockefeller gained the upper hand. He now controlled 90% of all oil in the United States at his peak in 1900, revolutionizing the petroleum industry. The showdown between Rockefeller and Scott sparked a feud between him and Andrew Carnegie, an industrial giant in the world of steel. Carnegie, feeling threatened, began to expand his steel empire. The two industrial giants engaged in a fierce corporate war, with Rockefeller's Standard Oil and Carnegie's steel-backed oil ventures trading blows. In a surprising turn of events, Rockefeller and Carnegie put aside their differences and forged a historic partnership, the formation of U.S. Steel, a merger between Carnegie's Steel Company and Federal Steel backed by Rockefeller. Rockefeller's success was not just due to his business acumen, but also his alleged involvement with the occult. He was a member of the Skull and Bones Society, a secret organization accused of promoting a new world order. Some claim he was involved with known occultists and financiers, sparking rumors of a larger conspiracy. Some believe he tapped into dark forces to further his ambitions, while others think he was a pawn in a larger game. The truth remains shrouded in secrecy. But one thing is certain: John D. Rockefeller's legacy is steeped in mystery and intrigue. As Standard Oil's power grew, so did public concern. Ida Tarbell, an investigative journalist, revealed the company's ruthless tactics and wrote several damning things about Rockefeller. This sparked public outrage. Theodore Roosevelt, determined to rein in corporate power and win public opinion, declared war on Standard Oil, filing antitrust lawsuits and rallying public support. In 1911, the Supreme Court ruled against Standard Oil, ordering its dissolution into smaller companies, marking a major victory for antitrust reform. Ironically, the dissolution of Standard Oil proved to be a windfall for John D. Rockefeller. Rockefeller's shares in the new companies, including Exxon, Mobil, and Chevron, skyrocketed in value, making him the richest man in America. Rockefeller's philanthropy revolutionized medicine, funding groundbreaking research and establishing institutions like Rockefeller University. From humble beginnings to unparalleled success, John D. Rockefeller's journey shaped American industry, and his life was a testament to the power of vision, hard work, and strategic thinking. His legacy is a complex tapestry of innovations, exploitation, progress, and ruthlessness, marked by the brilliance of his entrepreneurial mind, the darkness of his business practices, and the generosity of his charitable endeavors, forever shaping the landscape of American capitalism. What a man! Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting content, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on our latest videos.